So shine, so shine, shine bright. So shine, so shine, shine bright.
Welcome to another episode in this Soul Shine Summit series. I'm so pleased to be here on this very sacred day in this whole beautiful gateway ahead of a brand new year and a very sacred time on our planet. Addison Ames is a channel for Metatron. And what a gift we have today as we talk about soul alignment, truly letting your soul shine through. Hi, Addison. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
Lauren, hi, and thanks for having me on. It's a joy.
So we always love hearing from Metatron. You are such a fresh channel on bringing him forward, and we absolutely love the vibration that is carried in his words. As we talk about soul shine and this time of the year, what do you know about the potency of this time?
Well, it's a magical time for sure. And thank you for your kind words, by the way. I enjoy working with you and being on all your shows, and Metatron adores you and loves working with you. So thanks again for having us on. This is a magical time of the year, and it's what I call a dovetail. And are you familiar with that term, dovetail? You've heard that before?
Yes, I have, but some may need to know it. It's folding in. It's yes.
Yeah, the old is beginning to fade and the new is beginning to kind of crescendo in. So there is a dovetail effect that happens at this time of year. And it's a beautiful and magical time of closure and new beginnings. So as we move into the new year, people obviously are setting intentions and goal sets and resolutions and bringing new energies in because that's the way our life works. Everything is cyclic in our existence. That's why we have seasons. That's why we have seasons of life. That's why the days happen, day and night, cycle, cycle, cycle. We are built in repeat patterns that cycle, 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 cycle. Now, there is growth and change as everything moves and elevates and rises, but because of the cyclic workings of everything that is in this existence, at the end of the year, it is the completion of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. So, I encourage your audience to think about what magical can happen in my life as I complete and fold things up and open up new life experiences to grow my life anew.
Mm, that is really wonderful. And I know you do a lot of work with timelines,
Mhm.
and we've been learning so much about timelines, but this is really a great time to influence the timelines, to feed the timeline, to feed the quantum field, to input in the quantum field what it is that we want. And so it's different from goal setting. Sometimes at the beginning of a year, people will make a resolution to lose weight and they go to the gym. And what I noticed, I was a aerobics instructor for many decades, and the beginning of the year, the gyms would be packed. Day one, day two, day three would be packed. And then day four, day five, it'd be back to normal again.
Mhm.
So there's a timeline. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about goal setting resolutions versus timeline feeding, timeline creation, timeline intentions.
Beautiful. So, the topic of this summit is soul shine, which is a beautiful, beautiful theme. Is I encourage people not to set half-hearted or half-souled resolutions. And I really love what you said. I'm a gym goer myself and have seen the cycles of how quickly people leave the everyday process of the gym. Like you said, it really is by January 5, it's thinned out quite a bit. So think about this, in just 4 or 5 days, people have given up on their new energies. So, and a lot of people set half-hearted or half-souled resolutions that are kind of empty resolutions. So in keeping with your theme of soul shine, I encourage people, get with your soul and really incarnate what you would like to create in the new world of a new year. Really think about it, spend some time with it, and don't set empty promises or empty resolutions, because in a way it's a waste of energy. You know, when we're really intentive and in soul alignment, letting our soul shine through, we are in the fullness of our being and in the fullness of what we need to do. The way that I see the soul, it holds us. It is us. It is the essence of us. It's our best guide. It is the one that really leads us and says, hey, can you do these things as a person? Incarnate these ideas, grow these ideas, move into new and higher ways of seeing yourself and the world around you. And with that comes the support of the soul. And so if you have resolutions that are in full soul alignment, you're getting that beautiful, beautiful support that allows you to fulfill the things that you seek and set out to do. So if a gym membership really isn't in the cards for you, as they say, then think about what else you can do to be in full alignment. And talking about timelines, and this is a wonderful tool for your audience to use, even before you set out to create new energies in the new year, before you go to bed at night, and try this 7 nights in a row when you're laying in bed, but before you drift off to sleep, is say to your soul, please fold or close any and all timelines that need to fold or close. Please, soul, please fold or close any old timelines or any current timelines that need to fold and close. And allow yourself to say, I am intending to get to full closure. I am intending to get to full closure. And things will begin to fold and close and collapse. And I think this show is going to air December 24th. So there's really only a handful of days till the end of the year. But things can even close even into the new year. Allow things to, with ease and grace, close, fold, and even collapse some old timelines so that you can really free up those old energies so you can intently and intuitively create new timelines for yourself. What happens in the world of timelines is that most people generally, as they move into a new year, are opening up automatically new timelines. So as you move into January, and as you feel led by your soul, say, I am creating new worlds for myself in new timelines. I am creating new worlds for myself in new timelines. Everyone has timelines. We hear about timelines in movies, books, and TV shows. They're not sci-fi, they're real. We all have timelines. Lauren, you have timelines. I have timelines. Earth, even dogs and cats have timelines. Timelines are simply canisters. They hold information. Just like you might have a canister in your kitchen of granola or cereal or pasta or coffee, timelines are canisters that hold energies, life experiences, memories, the stuff that we do. That's all timelines are. They're holders of experiences. We have multiple timelines. The average human in America right now, just in America alone, probably at any given time has 100 to 200 timelines open that they're accessing energies of, which is probably a few too many. We're always jumping and monitoring and using energies from our timelines. That's just the way the human works. So in this beautiful dovetail time, this magical time of the year of closure and new, allow yourself to fold, close, and collapse those old timelines and say, I'm going to create new worlds for myself in all new, fresh timelines. And this can greatly benefit you.
Thank you. That is really powerful and inspirational. And it really shows with the cycles why there's this natural tendency to create the new in a new year. I mean,
Mhm.
every year we can really feel and sense the great newness coming about. It really is buoyant. It's a buoyant energy and it breathes new wind into our sails. So I love this time of year. And I've noticed a lot with the potency of this time that some spiritual teachers, and including what we've done here at New Earth One Network, is we kind of had to take a pause just to allow that old to close down, to allow the new to come in. So I think it's always a really good idea for people to go quiet at this time, to go within a little bit more at this time. And what a beautiful time to do it. If we feel the energies right now, we're right here on Christmas and we're in Hanukkah and we're in all the celebrations of this annual time, then we can feel and sense that same energy, whether it's a new year coming in or it's just the joy that you can see that naturally bubbles up within other humans. I'm not saying it's all across the board, but when we go to a place, for example, I lived on Guam in the tropics, and my first Christmas there I'm from Colorado, so I was used to snow and cold weather. But then in Guam, it was a very hot day and it was beautiful. It didn't feel like Christmas because we were in the tropics. But what I noticed that day is that everyone had that energy. There was an energy of love and compassion and caring for others. And I went into a convenience store at a little gas station and I looked around and I felt so wonderful. The love was radiant everywhere. Everyone was kind. And I said to myself, wow, every day can be Christmas. What keeps us from being this way every day? So I invite everyone who's watching or listening, when we're here in these energies, to come back to the essence of what this time is about and feel that and sense that, yes, it can be Christmas every day. Not everyone enjoys Christmas if they're alone or have lost a loved one and they're missing that person. But the basic core essence of this time can be felt all the time. And this is really Christ consciousness, really is what it feels like. So I'd like your thoughts on how we can cultivate this feeling every day.
Well, I think, wonderful sharing, Lauren. Thank you. And, it really is up to us. We choose and we can design and think about what we'd like our everyday to be like. I work with Metatron. Metatron is like a structural engineer. He is an architect. He understands mechanically how the all works, how our existence works. So everything here is by design. So as we talk about the end of the year and the beautiful energies of the holidays, no matter what you may celebrate, many times there is the joining together of people that you love, people that you care about, friends and family, hopefully happy gatherings, sharing, giving and receiving, energy exchange, which I hope is beautiful, mutual, respectful, equitable, and other. And that time really circulates from, let's say, Thanksgiving and the different kinds of Thanksgivings that are celebrated all around the world, all the way into January, into the first few weeks of January. It is all by design. All those things are built in to help us with that dovetail effect, to help us with the closures, support us, family, friends, all these kinds of things, and then give us that energy that drives us into new and higher timelines, ways of being, and way to see the world. So we may think the holidays are just great, and hopefully they are, but they are by design. In the architecture of all, they're there to support us in closure and give us hopefully beautiful and wonderful drive to build new. What do you think about that?
Yes, I think that it is, again, a great time to close things out. And as I mentioned earlier, I just felt this inner calling just to kind of stop doing things the same way And I think in the collective, because the new energies are coming in as well, that we're feeling that call. A lot of people are sensing to just come within and a little bit more. So thank you for sharing on that. It really is beautiful. And it's a personal choice to make Christmas every day. And I like to say it's Christmas every day, it's your birthday every day, it's Mother's Day every day, it's Father's Day every day. To me, that's what New Earth is, where it really is a collective, immaculate awareness of Christ consciousness, unity consciousness. So I would like to say that we're very close on this. And I think each year that we go through this time, it gets stronger and stronger. I really, truly hope it does in everyone's life. I know, again, sometimes the holidays can be hectic and, with the divisiveness in our world, people gathering together with divisiveness, hopefully everyone will rise above and see that we all really want the same thing: peace, harmony, joy, happiness, love, abundance, all of it, all those good things. So thank you for sharing on that. And again, I want to remind everyone that can we feel the magic every day in our life? And so I encourage everyone to hold that magic, that vibration within, and never let anyone or anything take it from us, rob it from us, steal it from us. We are in control of it in that way. Okay. All right. Well, we are here to talk with Metatron as well. And as we're talking about soul alignment, it really seems like when we are soul aligned, we can hold this energy all the time. We can totally do it. So I know you've got some slides to share, and let's make space for that now. Thank you.
Yeah, I love what you said. When we're soul aligned, we're more powerful. We're all, in a way, co-creators of our own realities. We have decision, we have choice, we have say. So when we are fully soul aligned, we're grounded in that infinite energy, and that propels us forward in the ways that we would like to go, in the ways that our soul would like for us to go. So as we as humanity and Earth begin and continue to rise into new and higher ways of being, new and higher ways of being are more equitable. And this is a great message at the holiday times: equanimity. This to that in ways which are fair, balanced, honored, respected, and admired, which in a way is love, right? And love is many things. Love is a compound energy that is made of many different things. So all those words I just said can be comprised in a love. So if we can love each other in those ways I just described in the holiday season, it makes it much more fair and appreciative of all things. And so I would like to share a few slides now. I'll share my screen to talk about, in alignment with this theme of soul shine, a look at the process and the ways that we all can come into greater soul alignment. And many people ask me, what is the soul? And simply, it is our essence. It is our divinity. It is the truth of us. It is the most magnificent us. And it is more than us, too. We are, in truth, personas. We are personalities. We are personality structures that are all relationship builds. And that's what we are as humans. But yet, what makes us, holds us, defines us, and drives us is our soul. It is the essence of us. Our soul has lived and lived and lived and lived and lived and lived and lived. And what we, as the life of Lauren and Addison and all of us watching, are a soul destination. And that's a term that I use and really love. Is, yes, I'm Addison and you are Lauren. We're beautiful beings. I appreciate you. You appreciate me. We appreciate everyone on this call. Yet we are personality understandings that our soul experiences as and through. So our soul is our essence. It is many things. It is us. It makes us. It creates us, but it is beyond us. And the way that I see reincarnation and different lives, all the lives that we live and will live, it really is our soul that does that. And we are one of those lives that are lived or incarnated as or through. And so our soul is our essence, and it really is us. So you are your soul, I am my soul, and my soul is you, and your soul is you. Sorry, my soul is me, your soul is you. So as we understand ourselves, we are really understanding an aspect or part of our soul. You are your soul is you. The most accurate way to say it is your soul is you, because you're a part or aspect of what your soul is out to do in the all, in the existence, in all the timelines and the progression of everything. Your soul is you. And as we talk about soul alignment, a term that I use and Metatron uses is that we become in true. In true. It's a great term. If you like this term, write it down. My goal is to become in true, which is a way to see ultimate soul alignment. And it's like if you've ever tried to line up furniture, or if you've built anything, you're trying to line up two pieces of wood or line up a picture frame on the wall. You're trying to true it up. You ever heard that term, Loren? You true something up?
Yes, you true the spokes on your bicycle too.
Yeah. So you're trying to get it in perfect alignment. So it works. So it works optimally. So this is an easy way to understand what soul alignment. I'm a personality structure. I'm a relation set relating, and that's a way to see what the human is, a relation set relating. And as that aligns with the soul in true, you become fully and accurately and optimally soul aligned. And so that's a process. And so many of you on this call may have experienced it, but I'd like to kind of show you the way that I visually see it happening. So here on the left, you see our soul, our essence, our divinity, our divine essence. On the right, you see the human, Addison, Loren, whoever you may be. The process of soul alignment, and when these two things come together, many times through dramatic events, through awakening events that can be very good, like diamonds that you see here forming, or crossroads like you see with the red X's. Sometimes they're good, bad, and ugly. Sometimes they're dark nights of the soul. But as all these things happen, we become closer and closer in creating what I call the awakened one, or the soul aligned one, the soul and the person in true. So as the soul and the human work and work and work through whatever processes we each have on our own soul journey, we go through awakening experiences. I myself had a number of awakening experiences. All of you may have had too. And as those things happen, and sometimes they can be a little difficult. For me, I had some dark nights of the soul that I went through that were really challenging. My soul challenged me to grow through, overcome these things, and become greater for it and from it. And so as we have diamonds and as we have crossroads that form us, we move and we move and we become more awakened. In a way, this is also the awakening process. I think soul alignment is awakening. So if you want to see what's happening in our world today with humanity, we are awakening, which really, I think all of us are becoming more soul aligned, slowly but surely. And so we become the awakened one, we become the soul aligned one, and we become the soul and the person trued up in true so that we can optimally perform in this world. That's a process that I see happening. And so in this, we let our soul shine through. And I really love the theme of this summit, Loren, because it's what I see happening in most people here on Earth. And as our soul shines through, we become more empowered, greater, have greater creator capabilities, and we're able to move the earth in new and higher ways. So we can have a birthday every day, we can have a holiday every day, no matter what it may be that you celebrate, and we can be kinder and nicer and more loving to each other every day of the year. So this is what I see as the soul alignment process, and may it be of service to you and everyone watching.
I love that graphic that you created. It is really powerful, and it actually explains that the journey that we go on, the trials and tribulations, is our awakening. And so it may not be easy, it may be challenging at times, but look at what is on the other side as we awaken. And so if we take that out and put it towards the collective, what we're seeing in the collective, then that gives us incredible hope and optimism for what's happening on our planet, because it's so easy to go the other way. It's so easy to put our trust in the not so good, what we don't want to see, what we fear, what we worry about. It's so easy to put all of our trust in that. But then our hopes and our dreams don't get as much of our energy and belief and trust and confidence. So that graphic helps us see every situation, the good and the bad, is just making us a better person. And so we are shining our soul. We are soul shining bright. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that.
For sure. Thank you. Yeah, you know, the theme of your last summit was self-empowerment and mastery. And, you know, I love that theme. I'd love for you to do another summit on self-empowerment, because I think this concept of letting your soul shine through is really about self-empowerment. You know, I always tell people that I work with, you are the most important person in the world. You've got to care for yourself. You've got to allow yourself to be empowered, because when you know that, and when you are in your full soul power and authority, you are dictating your life in the flow of all things, for sure. But you're the one who's saying, I'm empowered, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm creating, and I'm choosing wisely, I'm deciding, I am introspective, and I inspect my life, I live my life in the best ways possible. And there you have a very powerful soul-aligned person. So I think empowerment is a great topic for the world today, especially in the spiritual and awakened community.
Yes, absolutely. And there's a level of discernment that makes us more empowered. And that discernment comes from within. And what I liked to say during the Empowerment Summit is that you are the miracle. We each are the miracle. And so as we become more awakened and soul aligned, that's where miracles begin to show themselves daily. I'm thinking of the Grateful Dead song, I need a miracle every day. Well, guess what? We need a miracle every hour, every minute. And so soul alignment, when we're fully embodied of our soul, our higher self, then that energy allows us to make miracles and create the new. Thank you for that. All right. Wonderful. So let's see if Metatron would
Sure.
like to come through and speak with us.
Yes, he's excited to speak with you, and he is ready. Let me just transition. In the knowing of yourself, you are. As we teach, we understand ourselves as well. The understanding of humanity is this: you understand and you are. Now, we are Metatron and we are teachers, we are structural engineers, as Addison said earlier. We understand structure, form, and function. Now, some of you may say, well, is that spiritual, Metatron? And yes, it is. Spirituality is not without form and function. Everything in your existence, and all of you live in unexistence, an existence, formulation of structure. So keep this in mind. Spirituality, believe it or not, is structure. Did you know that, Lauren?
No, I did not. No.
Spirituality is structure. In the existence that you, humanity, your world, your galaxy, your universe, your solar system, and all that you can conceive of is in, is form and function and structure. There's no other way around it. And that form and function and structure ladders up to one thing. Would you like to know what it is, Lauren?
Yes.
Relate. Relate. That is, in a very high structural understanding, the reason for existence. Relate this to that. What do you think about that, Lauren?
I'm still pondering that. It's the reason for existence. To remember love, is that it?
No, although love is part of it, love is a part of the all and an understanding of relate. The reason why Creator, Divine, God, the big thinker that thinks is what we like to call it, created and designated your entire existence is this. It's one single thing. In the highest understanding that you all can possibly conceive, it is this: relate. This to that. This to that. Your entire existence is built on relationship, if you want to call it, this to that. You and Addison have a relationship. We and you have a relationship. Everybody in your audience has a relationship in some sort. Everything in your existence is built on relate. What do you think about that, Lauren?
It really makes us be mindful of how we are relating and creating relationships.
Indeed. This is, we would say, the greatest secret of your existence that you all know. You live it out every day. But if you are really seeking and finding love in your life, love is a relational understanding. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Love is part of the reason for existence, yet it is built on or predicated on the reason for existence and of existence, and that is relate. The reason why you all exist in your eternity, infinity, and other is relate. So the encouragement of this key message, as you will talk about the soul, which is a relationship machine, your soul is a relationship device, and please know this. Check in with your heart, your mind, your soul, and know it with your infinite being, is that relate is the reason for being. That's why your soul shines through, is to relate in certain ways with others. And as you look at your own relation, your relationships with yourself, your soul, your heart, your mind, your soul, and everybody else in your life, say to yourself, and may this empower you into the new year, because this is an amazing secret of existence that you are only now just discovering. It is relate. Your entire existence is built and predicated on relate. So as you use this tool, this information, you can say to yourself, okay, I'll consider this, I'll reflect on it, like you said, Lauren, and I will think about it, look about it every way around you. It is what everything is built on. As you use this tool, you can say, I set the intention, I set the goal, I set the heartfelt continence of I relate in the highest ways that I can. I know myself, which means I relate to myself in the best ways that I can. I love myself, yes, which is a relationship device. Highest way I can, which is a relationship mechanism with everybody else in your life. Your dog, your cat, your husband, your wife, your kids, your grandparents, your mothers, whatever it may be. You live in a relationship experience, and it is beautiful. The great thinker that thinks, creator, divine, you can call it many different names. The reason why it is all relate is to understand as you are what relate looks like. And many of you have the understanding, I am divine, I am God, I am, we are, it is, and it is so. And the way this works is the great thinker that thinks, and you are. Think and thought is this to that, this to that, this to that. It is a relationship machine, a relationship device. And everything in your existence is like mind. It is all thought and think. Everything is based on relate. It is the way you all work, the way you communicate, and the way you all serve. It is the way of being. And as you understand this and contemplate this, the real gift of the message is this: as you relate in the best ways possible, you rise to new and higher timelines, new and higher ways of being, a new and higher mind. A way to understand ascension, we are Metatron, we are ascension specialists in that we work with humanity in this way, is we hold a mirror up to you and we teach you. This is what great teachers do. Hold a mirror to whatever it is and look at it. You look in the mirror in the morning when you're getting ready and you look at it and you say, I understand myself in these ways. I need to raise this, I need to lower this, I need to enhance this, whatever it may be. You look at it and you say, with a certain amount of judgmentalness, meaning that you use cognitive behavior, heartfelt behavior, and you look and you say, I need to improve this. You relate to it, you hold a mirror to it, you understand it. You're a teacher of yourself. You look and you see and you know. And we Metatron work in that way. We take mirrors of your existence and show. And as you all see existence, you know. Ascension is knowing in new and higher ways. Know, which is your cognitive, heartfelt, soul-felt, whole multidimensional self understand, is the reason for being. I know, which means I know how to relate to myself, with myself, and others. And as you rise, you have new behavior sets. You understand yourself in new and higher ways. You see things differently and you raise. Which is why we say many times, if you look back to 1950, you all understood and behaved in certain ways. Loren, were you alive in 1950?
No, I was not.
Have you seen TV shows or movies in 1950?
Yes,
What did they look like?
black and white.
Different. Because the understanding was this is all we can do. We can only do black and white. And now, as you look back to 1950, you go, wow, look at that. It was so different. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Because it is a spiritual teaching and a spiritual understanding that you could only do what you knew how to do. You only knew black and white. And now, 75, whatever it is, years later, you see things in color, full color. And as you know in new ways, you rise. So it is built on your drive, your heart, your mind, your soul, but it is all mind. As the great saying, all is mind. Have you heard of that before?
No.
All is mind. You live in a big mind. That's why we use the term for the great creator that creates, the big thinker that thinks. Everything is a mind that is relating. And so as you, the human, lets your soul shine through, which is like a mind, it is a cognitive understanding, it is a behavioral set, it is a relate of this to that. It knows you, it understands you, it builds you so that you can relate in the existence that you are in. As you all know in new and higher ways, you behave differently, you act differently, you're kinder, you're more loving, and all these kinds of things. Humanity is only now just understanding itself. It's just beginning to understand itself and the existence. That's why we Metatron and other channelers teach about you, what's out there, and what's in here. As you rise, which you all are doing, you're ascending, 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 is you're moving from 1950 to 2050, which is 100 years of change, which, because you have media, news, movies, music, all these kinds of things very actively available to you from 1950, by the time you get to 2050, you will look at 100 years of change and you will say, wow, what an amazing experience of change. How far we've changed. How far we've grown, how far we've advanced. And even beyond that, there are great things ahead of humanity. A key understanding of humanity is this: you go on. You go on. And in the going on of things, you grow, which means you ascend new higher frequencies and all these kinds of things, which, believe it or not, are created by mind. Created by relationship devices that know in higher frequencies. Without the know, there is no frequency adjustment, because the know is what creates the frequencies and the vibrations in the others. That's just the way it works. Those relational understandings create higher vibrations that carry the raising of the all. Loren, what questions do you have for us?
I would like you to share on the new year of 2024. And as we listen to you, I know that seems like more of a directed question, or maybe an irrelevant question, but here we are. 2024 is an 8-year. It is a year of infinity, a year of abundance. What do we need to know about shining our brightest light at this time as the world goes through an incredible change? In the
So 2024 in Earth time, and there are many times out there, which are really all order and sequence of events. Things happen in your existence, which are all relation sets playing out. And as this happens, you change and you grow. So the overall growth of humanity as you move into 2024 is this: very, very bright, very good. 2024 is a good year for you, Lauren, specifically 2024 will be one of the best years you've ever had. Did you know that?
No, I thought I've had some good ones and now I'm excited. Yes.
We would say, looking at you, listening to your soul right now, 2024 will be the best year, or one of the best years you have ever had. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
All right, well, let's use you as an example. Knowing that information, what will you do differently?
I will tune in. Well, okay, I'm going to cry because I feel the incredible love. So I will make room for the love, and I will remember, as we relate, I will remember every relationship needs this love. Every relationship.
Very good. Very good. So will you say, or would you say, knowing this information, it's a 2020, a year is an opportunity. A new year is an opportunity. Does that make sense to you, Lauren?
Yes.
It does. So knowing that this is a year of great opportunity for you, will you work hard for it?
I don't think I need to work hard for it.
Will you try?
I will try. I will be aware of the incredible opportunity, of the greatness.
And that is wonderful. What we encourage you all to do, because you live in a world of experience, you've got to do things. You're in the flow, you can be aware, you can allow for sure, but you've got to get out of the bed in the morning. You've got to talk to people. You've got to do things. You've got to relate. You got to do this. This experience is flow and go for sure, but it is your participation that is required in order to sop up the pith and the marrow of life. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
You've got to participate, which means I relate. Keep in mind, existence is a relation machine. And knowing this and really savoring this information, because we tell you in truth, this is very important. This is important. You live in a relationship machine. It is, in a way, a big mechanism. The mechanism of life is this: please relate, please, please. In some way, shape, or form, you could live alone in a cabin in the mountains with a cat. Relate to the wood of your cabin. Relate to the sun, please. Relate to your cat. You live in a relationship device. That is what life is. Relation. It is. That's what it is. It's a secret, yet it is before your eyes. It is so obvious that it is hidden in plain sight. So for you, dear, beautiful, 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 beautiful Lauren, 2024 is one of the best years you have ever had, possibly the best year yet. What we encourage you to do is make the most of it, which means, yes, be in full awareness. Yes, please be in full participation. Be in full love. Love like you've never loved before. Love your husband. Love Costa Rica. Love everything like you've loved, but better. Love like you've never loved before. And so for all of you watching this video, we hope there are many of you, is this: 2024 is a very good year for really humanity. Make the most of it. If you're given the gift of a new car and never drive the new car, and it's a beautiful car, it's a car you would really love to have, you're not really enjoying and exploring and adventuring the car. It sits in the garage, yet you have it. This is your life. You are a beautiful automobile out there to experience and to drive. Go for a drive, go for a Sunday drive, go wherever you'd like to go. Experience life. The energies of 2024 are quite good. Now, not the best. There are better years to come because humanity goes on and you're going to new and higher heights, higher places. So what we encourage you to do, and again, we're structural engineers. Structural engineers build stuff. We care about the do of it all. And yes, there are different ways to see your participation in life, but we'd say 2024 is like one big timeline. like an empty timeline, that you can build new things for yourself. It's a playground. It's a sandbox. Please, 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 humanity, you're building a new life for yourself as one beautiful species of beings. Let 2024 be one of the best years, if not the best year yet, by your full participation. Love, care, kindness, goodness, gentleness, self-control, teachability, faith, hope, and love, all of these, but the greatest of these is love. Allow yourself to experience things that you've never experienced before. Remember, the reason for being is relate. Allow yourself to relate in all the ways that you would like. Does this serve you, Lauren?
Absolutely. Every one of us is feeling the power in those words. And you've touched on something that I know many light workers, we've been through these 2 years, the past 2 years in particular, we felt a pause, maybe just kind of continuing, not knowing how we're going to change things. And then at the end of this year, or this year, we felt, wow, something is at the forefront. Something is ready to be birthed. I've talked with many light workers who are ready to step up in new ways. And then, as we were mentioning in this episode, there's some that are even stepping back to allow that birthing to take place. So what advice would you have in addition to what you just said? I mean, it's so powerful. Make the most of this next year. But I know that many want to step out. How do we find that courage to be so bold? We do not care what other people think, but it's time to step out and step in to those new creations.
Yes, very good, very good. So we'll give you a little bit of the lay of the land, a little landscape picture, if you will. 2024, very good. 2025, challenging. 2026, pretty good. 2027, quite good. Does that make sense to you?
Wow, yes.
So 2025 is going to be a little challenging for everybody. We're sorry, but that's just the movement of everything. You all are moving through some difficulties to go into new and higher heights. 2025 is going to be challenging for most of you. So step out, be bold, do what you want to do it in 2024. Please, now listen to this, be strategic in this, be smart, listen to your soul and say, soul, what I got to do here? In fact, write this down if you like it. Soul, what I got to do here? Because as you choose with your soul, which is, in a way, the big thinker that thinks as you, the divinity of you, the divine as you, is the soul carrier of high through you and as you and is you. As you do that, please step out in boldness. We love that you said that. Step out in boldness because it gives you the chance to build something that will get you through 2025 into 26 and be foundational for 27. 27 is a year of great light. We say it again so you all can write it down. 2027 is a year of great light. 25, a little challenging, not dim. But there are years of challenge. You all know this. 2020 was a year of great challenge for many of you. Great enlightening, great awakening. It was many things, as you are many things. 2025 will provide some growth opportunities through tension, through some difficulty, and through some friction and faction, unfortunately. But as that is the growth of humanity at this time. 26, pretty good. 27, a great year of light. So 2024, as you so beautifully set us up for this, Lauren, is a time for you to step out in boldness because it is a great year to plan in, to build in, and to be your truth in. So please do it. You could sleep through it if you want, but you miss out on some beautiful energies. Other questions for us, Lauren?
Oh, I think that we are complete here because we're so inspired. We truly are. I think the only thing that we could speak on would be those who feel stagnation. Any advice to, wow, make the most of it? Final question.
Yes. To make the most of 2024?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Well, listen, we go back to this concept, this idea, this very great truth that the reason for existence is relate. So as one works through old thought systems, which are all relationship devices, old love, which are relationship devices, we encourage you in stagnation to say, what is new? All right, so let's talk about what stagnation is. Stagnation is kind of like a whirlpool. If you've had a toilet bowl, let's say, you flush the toilet, it turns. Okay? It turns. In a way, without the flushing part, your life is turning in a cycle that you need to break. So stagnation is a cycle that you need to break. Now, a great way, a magnificent way to break a cycle is to bring in new ideas. So simply say to yourself, what is new? What is new? What is new? I need to think new. I need to do new. I need new people. I need new ideas. I need new love. Stagnation is a cycle that needs to be broken. The best way to break it is new ideas, new things, all these kinds of things. So as you move into 24, do something different. Do different things. Do things differently. Know yourself in different ways. Move. Get a new car. Get a new shirt. Do a new color. Do something different. The human, many times, especially when in stagnation, is doing the same thing over and over again in a cycle, in a way that they don't like. So be bold, as you said earlier. Do. You live in a place of do. You have to be first. Be is the most important, but you live in a place of do. You've got to participate. You live in a relationship machine, a relationship device. You have to. So allow yourself to relate new, be different, and bring new energies in. We'll leave you with this thought as we wrap up our talk and teach today, is remember, as you relate, pay attention in co-creator ability and heartfelt ability, and bring your soul forth and say, I relate with great detail. I relate with great care. Lorraine, you have a husband. Is this true?
Yes.
Maybe talk about this for a moment.
Yes.
Do you like him?
Yes.
Why do you like him?
Well, I know his soul and we are best friends.
And how did you become best friends?
By relating.
Yes. Do you care about each conversation you have, every exchange and touch that you have? Most of them, let's say.
30 years, yes. After
Okay.
30 years, this is where the great remembrance of loving every moment with everyone, loving every moment more.
Yes. And each of those are little relationship moments, little relationship tales, relationship stories, relationship things, molds. So as you and your husband relate through the holiday season into the new year, we give you some practical advice, because we are practical teachers for sure. For you and your husband, add new fuel to your relation. Whatever those little things may be, pay attention even more. Up your game. 2024 is a good year to do it, and do it every day. Pay attention to every little relationship device and say, I care. Now imagine if everyone on earth really understood this great secret of existence. It's all relate. Care about it. Put your co-creator energy into it and give it your best. Give it your best shot. Care. Put your love, your soul, your mind into all of it. If you've got kids, care about every interaction, which is a relation exchange, an energy exchange, which is all created by your love, your care, your tenderness. If every human on earth cared about every relationship device that they had and gave it their best shot, imagine the world you would live in. Imagine. Where humanity is headed, and this is a way to understand ascension, and trust us on this, if you wish, if you'd like, if you are willing, is it relates in new and higher ways, which love is a part of that. Love is an output of high relate. Relate is. Love is a part of that. It is a way to see moral, just, good, honorable, respected, relate. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
And so there are people in the world today that relate in very, what you would say, low ways. Are you aware of this, Lauren?
Pick up any newspaper or watch
Yeah.
any news, and we will see I like to think of it as a small, ugly minority. I hope so.
They relate like this.
Yes.
It is
Poor.
low relate. It is difficult relate. It is high tension relate. You live in a way in a machine, a relate machine that is moving from high tension to more spread out or lower tension of great peace. So a relate that works in ways that are difficult creates a lot of tension. And so you are all moving through high tension into higher ways of being, which is more peaceful and light in ways that you don't even comprehend yet. So as you grow, your relate changes to be more kind, more nice, more loving. And humanity is only now just understanding these things and trying to understand love. You're working on becoming experts in love, yet you have only just now started to master nice. You're moving up and moving up, moving up. And these are all relationship ways to be, relationship devices, and all these kinds of things. So as we leave you here in this holiday season, we say happy holidays to you. Please relate to your neighbors, your friends, your family, your dog, your cat, your fish, whatever you got, your kids. If you got them, relate in the best way you can. Please, this changes you. This lets your soul shine through and changes the world around you. As you look around, even the people that you don't like, and we know all of you have people that you don't like, it's just the way you are at this time in this light. Allow yourself to say, even those people that I don't like, I relate to them, if I need to, in the best way I possibly can, which is loving kindness, goodness, kindness, patience, gentleness, and more. Because in that relate, in and of the high, you change yourself, you change your neighbor, you change the world around you. You all are in this in one moment together. It is always the here and now. It is always the present. And as you move, you change, you change, you change. And with this, we thank you and we leave you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Metatron.
Yes, thank you, Metatron. What a beautiful, perfect message for today and for this time and for the newness of this great new year. Powerful. We are fortified for the next year to get through any challenging times, because that fortification that we were made aware of today will absolutely carry us to great new heights. In fact, I can see that what we can accomplish next year in 2024 from this relating in new ways and taking care of all the relationships in that way and creating new and being new ideas and everything, that is really the strength for any challenging times. It's actually going to bolster us huge. Thank you. That was a beautiful message.
Well, thank you to Metatron, and thank you for allowing me to channel Metatron. It is a great honor. And, you know, I work with Metatron all the time. He's my primary guide and teacher. And, you know, from everything that I see, 2024 is going to be a good year. And for many watching this, a great year. And for me, you know, a personal anecdote is I have been working on a lot of closures in my own life. And I think that's a big part of what makes 2024 really good, or at least good, is an encouragement to everyone watching this. Really try to think about what I need to close, what are the closures I need to finalize so I can really get clean and clear and set the stage for 2024. You know, again, a personal note, I'd say probably the last 6 months of my life has been a lot of closures. I just geographically moved. There's been a lot of change, all indicated and driven by closures. And from what Metatron is telling me, it really is to prepare me for 2024. And so, you know, I'm not special. I think I'm an archetype of what many of your viewers may be or might be. So, you know, I really encourage closure. It helps really clean the slate so you can really build something beautiful in 2024. And I think 2024 is going to be a magnificent year for many, a really good year for many. And so my hope for you, dear Lauren, and the audience is I hope it's a magnificent and beautiful and bright new year.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're feeling the beautiful energies in that, and we wish the same for you as well. And
Thank you.
wow, I just can sense how people get this relation, this relating in new ways.
Yeah.
And years ago, I think, oh man, probably 20 years ago now, I had a New Year's resolution where I didn't need money. Most people say, I want abundance. And I worked on relationships. That was my year to work on relationships. And it worked. And it was magical and beautiful. So just what we've learned today in relating absolutely does shift our world when everyone is aware of it, one heart at a time, becoming aware of how they're relating in the world, because it's up to us. It's only up to us and our soul. And that is what makes our soul shine. So everyone, thank you for shining your soul and making this world a better place. Yes. Put a little love in your heart and the world will be a better place. Shannon DeShay song. Okay. All right. Addison, thank you so much. I want to say I'm excited because you can all feel the energy and the wisdom from Metatron, who you channel. And you've got something coming up on in January. And if everyone scrolls down on this webpage, you'll see that event. It's another live chance for people to be with you and receive messages from Metatron. And people can ask questions in that, yes?
Yes. So I believe it's January the 3rd. You should see it on the page of the Neo Network's website. And it is a empowerment masterclass with me, and I will be channeling Metatron with me and Metatron. And we'll be talking about self-empowerment more than anything, which includes letting your soul shine through. And I'll be channeling Metatron, who will be talking and teaching and taking your questions on the topic of you and about how to be more you, being the truth of you, and how to be a more empowered you. And I think it's going to be a great class. And so I really encourage you, if you feel led, please come and join. Love to see you there.
Really empowering. So just check that out here or wherever you're watching or listening to this episode. There's a description with a link in it, and then you can check that out. Also, I want to say that the other programs that Addison has channeled with Metatron is also available as an option for purchase. Check that out. The wisdom is absolutely timeless, and it will help you in your flow of life and your ascension journey. All right. Well, thank you, Addison. Again, I'm elated, and we are so happy to be here at this time. We wish everyone beautiful holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, all of it. Happy Christ consciousness and unity consciousness, and happy New Earth, New Year. Anything you'd like to say as we say goodbye?
Well, much love to you, Lauren, and to your family. And, I'm filled with love this time of year. And like you said earlier, let every day be the best day it can possibly be. May it be so.
And so it is. Thank you. And thank you for this bright light that your soul shines, everyone. Namaste.
Namaste.
So shine, so shine, shine.